Hello friends, I am Akshara Toad. Let us start with chapter number 22, Chemical Coordination and Integration. So in this point, the major points are 22.1 endocrine glands and hormones, then human endocrine system, then hormones of heart, kidney and gastrointestinal tract, and then mechanism of hormone action. You might already learn that the neural system provides a point-to-point rapid coordination among organs. The neural coordination is fast but short-lived as the nerve fibers do not innervate all cells of the body and cellular functions need to be continuously regulated. A special kind of coordination and regulation has to be provided. This function is carried out by hormones. The neural system and the endocrine system jointly coordinate and regulate the physiological functions in the body. Now, point number 22.1 start with this endocrine glands and hormones. So, endocrine glands lack ducts and are hence called ductless glands. Their secretions are called hormones. The classical definition of the hormones are as the chemical produced by endocrine glands and released into the blood and transported to a distantly located target organ has current scientific definition as follows. Hormones are non-nutrient chemicals which act as intercellular messengers and are produced in trace amounts. The new definition covers a number of new molecules in addition to the hormones secreted by the organized endocrine glands. Invertebrates possess very simple endocrine systems with few hormones, whereas a large number of chemicals act as hormones and provide coordination in the vertebrates. The human endocrine system is described here. So, the human endocrine system, point number 22.2, human endocrine system. The endocrine glands and hormone producing diffused tissues cells located in different parts of our body constitute the endocrine system. Pituitary, pineal, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, parathyroid, thymus and gonads, testes in males and ovary in females are the organized endocrine bodies in our body. In addition to these, some other organs like gastrointestinal tract, liver, kidney, heart also produce hormones. A brief account of the structure and function of all major endocrine glands and hypothalamus of the human body is given in the following sections. Section 22.2.1, the hypothalamus. As you know, the hypothalamus is the basal part of diencephalon forebrain and it regulates a wide spectrum of body functions. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei which produce hormones. These hormones regulate the synthesis and secretion of pituitary hormones. However, the hormones produced by hypothalamus are of two types: the releasing hormones which stimulate secretion of pituitary hormones and the inhibiting hormones which inhibit the secretion of pituitary hormones. For example, a hypothalamic hormone called gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH stimulates the pituitary synthesis and release of gonadotropins. On the other hand, somatostatin from the hypothalamus inhibits the release of growth hormone from the pituitary. These hormones originating in the hypothalamic neurons pass through axons and are released from their nerve endings. These hormones reach the pituitary gland through a portal circulatory system and regulate the functions of the anterior pituitary. The posterior pituitary is under the direct neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Point number 22.2.2, the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is located in a bony cavity called sella turcica and is attached to hypothalamus by a stalk. It is divided anatomically into an adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. Adenohypophysis consists of two portions, pars distalis and pars intermedia, whereas the pars distalis region of the pituitary, commonly called the anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary produces growth hormone, prolactin, PRL, thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH, adenocorticotrophic hormone, ACTH, luteinizing hormone, ALH, and follicle stimulating hormone, LH. and follicle stimulating hormone FSH. Pars intermedia secretes only one hormone called melanocyte stimulating hormone MSH. However, in humans, the pars intermedia is almost merged with pars distalis. So, I repeat this. However, in humans, the pars intermedia is almost merged with pars distalis. Neurohypophysis, pars nervosa, also known as posterior pituitary, stores and releases two hormones called as oxytocin and vasopressin, which are actually synthesized by the hypothalamus and are transported axonally to the neurohypophysis. Oversecretion of growth hormone stimulates abnormal growth of the body, leading to the gigantism, and low secretion of growth hormone results in stunted growth, resulting in pituitary dwarfism. Prolactin regulates the growth of the mammary glands and formation of milk in them. Thyroid stimulating hormone stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormones from the thyroid gland. ACTH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of the steroid hormones. ACTH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of steroid hormones called as glucocorticoids from the adrenal cortex. LH and FSH stimulating gonadal activity and hence are called gonadotropins, and in males LH stimulates the synthesis and secretion of hormones called as androgens from testes. In males, FSH and androgens regulate spermatogenesis. In females, LH induces ovulation of fully mature follicles, Graafian follicles, and maintains the corpus luteum. Growth from the remnants of Graafian follicles after evolution. FSH stimulates growth and development of the ovarian follicles in females. MSH, melanocyte stimulating hormone, acts on the melanocytes, melanin containing cells, and regulates the pigmentation of the skin. Oxytocin acts on the smooth muscles of our body and stimulates their contraction. In females, it stimulates a vigorous contraction of uterus at the time of childbirth and milk ejection from the mammary glands. Vasopressin acts mainly at the kidney and stimulates resorption of water and electrolytes by the distal tubules and thereby reduces loss of water through urine, that is diuresis. Hence, it is also called as antidiuretic hormone, that is ADH. Next, the pineal gland. The pineal gland is located on the dorsal side of the forebrain. Pineal secretes a hormone called as melatonin. Melatonin plays a very important role in the regulation of a 24-hour diurnal rhythm of our body. For example, it helps in maintaining the normal rhythms of sleep-wake cycle, body temperature. In addition, melatonin also influences metabolism, pigmentation, the menstrual cycle, as well as our defense capability. Point number next, 22.2.4, thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is composed of two lobes which are located on either side of the trachea. Both the lobes are interconnected with a thin flap of connective tissue called as isthmus. The thyroid gland is composed of follicles and stromal tissues. Each thyroid follicle is composed of follicular cells enclosing a cavity. These follicular cells synthesize two hormones, tetraiodothyronine and thyroxine T4 and triiodothyronine T3. Iodine is essential for the normal rate of hormone synthesis in the thyroid. Deficiency of iodine in our diet results in hypothyroidism and enlargement of the thyroid gland, commonly called as goiter. Hypothyroidism during pregnancy causes defective development and maturation of the growing baby, leading to the stunted growth, cretinism, mental retardation, low intelligence quotient, abnormal skin, deaf mutism, etc. In adult women, hypothyroidism may cause menstrual cycle to become irregular due to cancer of thyroid glands or due to development of nodules of the thyroid glands, the rate of synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormones is increased to abnormal high levels, leading to condition called as hyperthyroidism, which adversely affects the body physiology. Thyroid hormones play an important role in the regulation of the basal metabolic rate. These hormones also support the process of red blood cell formation. Thyroid hormones control the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Maintenance of water and electrolyte balance is also influenced by thyroid hormones. Thyroid gland also secretes a protein hormone called thyrocalcitonin (TCT), which regulates the blood calcium level. Next, parathyroid gland. In human, 4 parathyroid glands are present on the backside of the thyroid gland, one pair each in the 2 lobes of the thyroid gland. The parathyroid gland secretes a peptide hormone called parathyroid hormone (PTH). The secretion of PTH is regulated by the circulating levels of calcium ions. Parathyroid hormone (PTH) increases the calcium +2 level in the blood. PTH acts on bones and stimulates the process of bone resorption, dissolution, demineralization. PTH also stimulates reabsorption of calcium ions by the renal tubules and increases calcium ions absorption from the digested food. It is thus clear that PTH is hypercalcemic hormone, that is, it increases the blood calcium level. Along with TCT, it plays a significant role in calcium balance in the body. Next, thymus gland. The thymus gland is a lobular structure located on the dorsal side of the heart and the aorta. The thymus plays a major role in the development of the immune system. This gland secretes a peptide hormone called as thymosins. Thymosins play a major role in the differentiation of T thymosins, T lymphocytes, which provide cell-mediated immunity. In addition, thymosins also promote production of antibodies to provide humoral immunity. Thymus is degenerated in old individuals, resulting in the decreased production of thymosins. As a result, the immune response of old persons become weak. Next gland, adrenal gland. Our body has one pair of adrenal glands, one at the anterior part of each kidney. The gland is composed of 2 types of tissues, the centrally located tissue called as adrenal medulla, and outside this lies the adrenal cortex. The adrenal medulla secretes 2 hormones called as adrenaline or epinephrine and noradrenaline or norepinephrine. These are rapidly secreted in response to stress of any kind and during emergency situations and are called as emergency hormones or hormones of flight or fight. These hormones increase alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, raising of hairs, sweating, etc. Both the hormones increases the heartbeat, the strength of heart contraction, and the rate of respiration. Catecholamines also stimulate the breakdown of glycogen, resulting in an increased concentration of glucose in blood. In addition, they also stimulate the breakdown of lipids and proteins. The adrenal cortex can be divided into 3 layers called as zona reticularis, that is inner layer, then zona fasciculata, that is middle layer, and zona glomerulosa, that is the outermost layer. The adrenal cortex secretes many hormones commonly called as corticoids. The corticoids which are involved in carbohydrate metabolism are called as glucocorticoids. In our body, cortisol is the main glucocorticoid. Corticoids which regulate the balance of water and electrolytes in our body are called mineralocorticoids. Aldosterone is the main mineralocorticoid in our body. Glucocorticoid stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis, and proteolysis. and inhibit cellular uptake and utilization of amino acids. Cortisol is also involved in maintaining the cardiovascular system as well as kidney functions. Glucocorticoids, particularly cortisol, produces anti-inflammatory reactions and suppresses the immune response. Cortisol stimulates the RBC production. Aldosterone acts mainly at the renal tubules and stimulates the reabsorption of sodium and water and excretion of potassium and phosphate ions. Thus, aldosterone helps in the maintenance of electrolytes, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure, and blood pressure. Small amounts of androgenic steroids are also secreted by adrenal cortex, which play a role in the growth of axial hair, pubic hair, and facial hair during puberty. Next, pancreas. Pancreas is a composite gland which act as both exocrine and endocrine gland. The endocrine pancreas consists of islets of Langerhans. There are about 1 to 2 million islets of Langerhans in a normal human pancreas, representing only 1 to 2% of the pancreatic tissues. The two main types of cells in the islets of Langerhans are called as alpha cells and beta cells. The alpha cells secrete the hormone called glucagon, while the beta cells secretes insulin. Glucagon is a peptide hormone and plays an important role in the maintaining the normal blood glucose level. Glucagon acts mainly on the liver cells, hepatocytes and stimulates glycogenolysis, resulting in an increased blood sugar hyperglycemia. In addition, this hormone stimulates the process of gluconeogenesis, which also contributes to the hyperglycemia. Glucagon reduces the cellular glucose uptake and utilization. Thus, glucagon is a hyperglycemic hormone. Insulin is a peptide hormone which plays a major role in the regulation of glucose homeostasis. Insulin acts mainly on hepatocytes and adipocytes, cells of adipose tissues, and enhances cellular glucose uptake and utilization. Thus, glucagon is a hyperglycemic hormone. Insulin is a peptide hormone which plays a major role in the regulation of glucose homeostasis. Insulin acts mainly on hepatocytes and adipocytes, that is, cells of adipose tissue, and enhances cellular glucose uptake and utilization. As a result, there is a rapid movement of glucose from blood to hepatocytes and adipocytes, resulting in decreased blood glucose level, that is hypoglycemia. Insulin also stimulates conversion of glucose to glycogenesis in the target cells. The glucose homeostasis in blood is thus maintained jointly by the two insulin and glucagons. Okay, prolonged hyperglycemia leads to the complex disorders called diabetes mellitus, which is associated with loss of glucose through urine and formation of harmful compounds known as ketone bodies. Diabetic patients are successfully treated with insulin therapy. Next gland, testis. A pair of testes is present in the scrotal sac outside abdomen of male individuals. Testis performs dual functions as a primary sex organs as well as the endocrine gland. Testis is composed of seminiferous tubules and stromal or interstitial tissue. The Leydig cells or interstitial cells, which are present in the intertubular spaces, produce a group of hormones called as androgens, mainly testosterone. Androgens regulate the development, maturation, and functions of the male accessory sex organs like epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, urethra, etc. These hormones stimulates muscular growth and growth of facial and axillary hair, aggressiveness, low pitch of voice, etc. Androgens plays a major Stimulatory role in the process of spermatogenesis, formation of spermatozoa. Androgens act on the central neural system and influence the male sexual behavior, libido. These hormones produce anabolic synthetic effects on protein and carbohydrate metabolism. Next gland, ovary. Females have a pair of ovaries located in the abdomen. Ovary is the primary female sex organ which produces one ovum during each menstrual cycle. In addition, ovary also produces two groups of steroid hormones called estrogen and progesterone. Ovary is composed of the ovarian follicles and stromal tissues. The estrogen is synthesized and secreted mainly by the growing ovarian follicles. After ovulation, the ruptured follicle is converted to a structure called as corpus luteum, which secretes mainly progesterone. Estrogens produce wide-ranging actions such as stimulation of growth and activities of female secondary sex organs, development of growing ovarian follicles, appearance of female secondary sex characters, that is high pitch of voice, etc. Mammary gland development. Estrogens also regulate female sexual behavior. Progesterone supports pregnancy. Progesterone also acts on the mammary glands and stimulates the formation of alveoli, sac-like structure which store milk and milk secretion. Point number 22.3, hormones of heart, kidney and gastrointestinal tract. Now you know about the endocrine glands and their hormones. However, as mentioned earlier, hormones are also secreted by some tissues which are not endocrine glands. For example, the atrial wall of our heart secretes a very important peptide hormone called atrial natriuretic factor, that is ANF, which decreases blood pressure. When blood pressure is increased, ANF is secreted, which causes dilation of blood vessels. This reduces the blood pressure. The juxtaglomerular cells of kidney produce a peptide hormone called as erythropoietin, which stimulates erythropoiesis, formation of RBC. Endocrine cells present in different parts of gastrointestinal tract secrete four major peptide hormones, namely gastrin, secretin, cholecystokinin, that is CCK, and gastric inhibitory peptide, that is GIP. Gastrin acts on the gastric glands and stimulates the secretion of hydrochloric acid and pepsinogen. Secretion acts on the exocrine pancreas and stimulates secretion of water and bicarbonate ions. CCK, that is cholecystokinin, acts on both pancreas and gallbladder and stimulates the secretion of pancreatic enzymes and bile juice respectively. GIP, that is gastric inhibitory peptide, inhibits gastric secretion and motility. Several other non-endocrine tissues secrete hormones called growth factors. These factors are essential for the normal growth of tissues and their repairing or regeneration. Next point, 22.4, mechanism of hormone action. Hormones produce their effects on target tissues by binding to specific proteins called hormone receptor located in the target tissues only. Hormone receptors present on the cell membrane of the target cells are called membrane bound receptors, and receptors present inside the target cell are called intracellular receptors. Mostly nuclear receptors present in the nucleus, binding of the hormone to its receptor leading to formation of hormone receptor complex. Each receptor is specific to one hormone only, and hence receptors are specific. Hormone receptor complex formation leads to certain biochemical changes in the target tissue. Target tissue metabolism and hence physiological functions are regulated by the hormones. On the basis of their chemical nature, hormones can be divided into groups. Peptide, first peptide, polypeptide, proteins hormones, that are insulin, glucagon, pituitary hormones, hypothalamic hormones, etc. Then next, second one is steroids, that are cortisol, testosterone, estradiol and progesterone are the steroidal hormone. Third one, iodothyrionins, that is thyroid hormones. Then next, amino acid derivatives are epinephrine hormones. Okay, hormones which interact with membrane bound receptors normally do not enter the target cell but generate second messengers, that are cyclic AMP, IP3, calcium ions, etc., which in turn regulate cellular metabolism. Figure 22.5a. Hormones which interact with intercellular receptors, that are steroid hormones, iodothyrionins, mostly regulate gene expression or chromosome function by the interaction of hormone receptor complex with the genome. Cumulative biochemical actions result in physiological and developmental effects. Now, this is the end of chapter. Let us read the summary finally and end this session. Now, summary of the chapter: chemical coordination and integration. There are special chemicals which act as hormones and provide chemical coordination, integration and regulating in the human body. These hormones regulate metabolism, growth and development of our organs and endocrine glands or certain cells. The endocrine system is composed of hypothalamus, pituitary and pineal, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, parathyroid, thymus and gonads, that are testes and ovary. In addition to these, some other organs, examples gastrointestinal tract, kidney, heart, etc., also produces hormones. The pituitary gland is divided into three major parts which are called as pars distalis, pars intermedia and pars nervosa. Pars distalis produce 6 trophic hormones. Pars intermedia secretes only one hormone, while pars nervosa, neurohypophysis, secretes 2 hormones. The pituitary hormones regulate the growth and development of somatic tissues and activities of peripheral endocrine glands. Pineal gland secretes melatonin, which plays a very important role in the regulation of 24-hour diurnal rhythm of our body, that is, rhythms of sleep and state of being awake, body temperature, etc. The thyroid gland hormones play an important role in the regulation of the basal metabolic rate, development and maturation of the central neural system, erythropoiesis and metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins and fats, menstrual cycle. Another thyroid hormone, that is thyrocalcitonin, regulates calcium level in our blood and by decreasing it. The parathyroid gland secrete parathyroid hormone PTH, which increases the blood calcium level and plays an important major role in calcium homeostasis. The thymus gland secretes thymogens, which play a major role in differentiation of T lymphocytes, which provide cell-mediated immunity. In addition, thymogens also increase the production of antibodies to provide humoral immunity. The adrenal gland is composed of the centrally located adrenal medulla and outer adrenal cortex. The adrenal medulla secretes epinephrine and norepinephrine. These hormones increase alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, sweating, heartbeat, strength of heart contraction. Okay, so where we are? Strength of heart contraction, rate of respiration, glycogenolysis, lipolysis, proteolysis. I repeat this. These hormones increase alertness, pupillary dilation. Which hormones? Epinephrine and norepinephrine. These hormones increases alertness, pupillary dilation, piloerection, sweating, heartbeat, strength of heart contraction, rate of respiration, glycogenolysis, lipolysis, proteolysis, and the Adrenal cortex secretes glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. Glucocorticoids stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis, proteolysis, erythropoiesis, cardiovascular system, blood pressure and glomerular filtration rate, and inhibit inflammatory reactions by suppressing the immune response. Mineralocorticoids regulate water and electrolyte contents of the body. The endocrine pancreas secretes glucagon and insulin. Glucagon stimulates glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis, resulting in hyperglycemia. Insulin stimulates cellular glucose uptake and utilization of glycogenesis, resulting in hypoglycemia. Insulin deficiency and or insulin resistance result in disease. Insulin resistance results in disease called diabetes mellitus. The testis secretes androgens which stimulate the development, maturation and functions of male accessory sex organs. Appearance of male secondary sex characters, spermatogenesis, male sexual behavior, anabolic pathways and erythropoiesis. The ovary secretes estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen stimulates growth and development of female accessory sex organs and secondary sex characters. Progesterone plays a major role in the maintenance of pregnancy as well as in mammary gland development and lactation. The atrial wall of heart produces atrial natriuretic factor which decreases the blood pressure. Kidney produces erythropoietin which stimulates erythropoiesis. The gastrointestinal tract secretes gastrin, secretin, cholecystokinin and gastric inhibitory peptide. These hormones regulate the secretion of digestive juices and help in digestion. So this is the end of the chapter. Please like and subscribe to get audiobooks of the another chapters. Thank you and bye.